A Sotapanna is endowed with four qualities: unshakable faith in the Buddha, unshakable faith in the Dhamma, unshakable faith in the Sangha, and very pure Sila. So you have to verify whether you are endowed with these four qualities or not. So you need to remember Dhammadasa, middle of the Dhamma, to verify that you are Sotapanna or not. Can you follow me? You need to remember unshakable faith in the Buddha, unshakable faith in the Buddha, unshakable faith in the Dhamma, unshakable faith in the Sangha, a very pure Sila. The four qualities you need to have. Of these four, the first three you already understand, and it is very important that you now learn about the last one, the Sila of a Sotapanna. Sotapanna is endowed with Sila or moral purity that is dear to the noble person. Ariya Kanta Sila, valued by the noble person. This means that your moral conduct is very pure and you have not broken the 5 precepts. You keep your Sila unbroken in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And you have never broken 2 or 3 consecutively. So you keep your moral precepts, 5 precepts, intact and very pure without breaking any of them. This we should understand. And there are some people who claim to be a Sotapanna, but they may stay drink and they may do other unwholesome things. And then they will say, oh, I am a Sotapanna. For me, it is all right. It's okay. I can do these things. I am immune to them. I am above getting an offense doing this. So I can kill, I can steal, I can do sexual misconduct, I can tell lies and so on. It is all right for me because I am a Sotapanna and I am spiritually advanced. They may say like this. So don't believe such people. If you believe such people, you will be very deluded. Being a Sotapanna does not mean you are protected from going to hell and can do anything you like. If you are capable of doing something that would take you to the woeful state, you would not be a Sotapanna, that would be reborn woeful state, not good realm. So being a Sotapanna does not mean that you can do anything you like and be protected from going down to the hell. And for a Sotapanna, the doors of the woeful states are closed. That means you will not be reborn in the 4 states of misery. You will not be reborn in hell. You will not be reborn in the animal kingdom. You will not be reborn in the hungry ghost or an asura ghost. So you are not reborn in the woeful states simply because your purity of moral conduct protects you and renders you unable to perform any unwholesome karma, and you do nothing that would cause you to go woeful states. This we must understand. And they are blessing concerned with Sotabati Mega, which are mentioned in the Visuddhi Mega. One of these blessings is called the doors of the woeful states are closed for Sotabana. The Visuddhi Mega, the path of purification, describes the blessing of Sotabati Mega. They are the benefits of becoming a Sotabana, or the benefits of reaching Sotabati Mega. At the moment of enlightenment, the Sotabana eradicates certain mental defilements, kilesa, and abandons other mental defilements that could drag him or her to the lower states of misery. So the first blessing is the eradication of mental defilements never before eradicated. When you are practicing vipassana meditation, at every moment of your vipassana, you are abandoning the mental defilements. But the abandonment during those moments is momentary abandonment, ringa, or substitute abandonment. That means the mental defilements are substituted by wholesome states, and as long as they remain wholesome states, there can be no mental defilements. During the time when you are practicing vipassana meditation, you can enter mental defilements only momentarily. There are two kinds of mental defilements, Aramananusaya and Santananusaya. Aramananusaya means those kilesa that are embedded in the objects. Santananusaya means those kilesa that are latent in one's mental continuity. Defilements that are latent in objects means defilements that arise when you are experiencing some object. Suppose there is a beautiful object and a person sees this beautiful object, likes it, and has craving for it. When he likes it, craves it, and cling to that object, he is said to invest mental defilements into it. He does not really invest anything into the object, but in clinging to it, he has placed his craving and attachment onto it. Because mental defilements arise in his mind when he experiences objects he craves, it is called mental defilements latent in the object, Aramananusaya. This kind of latency in objects can be abandoned by your practice of vipassana. When you practice vipassana, you make notes of the objects so that no attachment, no craving or no clinging can arise for it. So you are said to have abandoned the mental defilements latent in the object. It is the kinds of defilements a vipassana meditator can abandon. So mental defilements latent in the object, you can abandon during your practice of meditation. But your vipassana cannot touch the other kinds of mental defilements that which is latent in our mental continuity, santana. It cannot help to get rid of such latency. This latency in the continuity of us can be eradicated only by metta, only at the moment of enlightenment. The Sotapanna eradicates three mental defilements: Sakaya Ditti, wrong view, Vicikiccha, doubt, and Silavanta Pramasa, that do not include the eightfold path. Eradication means they will never again rise in your mind. It is one blessing of reaching Sotapatti Mega. And all yogis are very familiar with the stage of purity in Vipassana meditation. First, you have purity of consciousness, purity of views, purity of transcending doubt, and so on. During the practice of Vipassana meditation, you can abandon wrong view and doubt, but that abandonment is momentary. So the abandonment cannot be achieved yet. But at the moment of enlightenment, these mental defilements are abandoned once and for all. These kinds of abandonment you never have before achieved. Only when you reach the stage of Sotapatti Mega, total abandonment of the mental defilements of wrong views and doubt can be achieved. And the second blessing is that Sotapatti Mega dries up the oceans of suffering in samsara, the rounds of rebirth and death. So long as we do not reach enlightenment, the rounds of rebirth and death, we go on and on and on. And that is what is called samsara. Going through samsara, a being undergoes much suffering, sometimes being reborn in hell, sometimes being reborn in an animal or other creatures. And when reborn as a human beings, there is always suffering of aging, sickness, and death. Even to be reborn as a deva Brahma is not totally free from suffering. According to the Buddha, this suffering has no beginning, or its beginning cannot be known. If its beginning cannot be known, what about its end? Can there be an end of samsara? Yes. For those who have become Buddhas, Vichika Buddha and Arahants, there is an end of it. But for those who do not gain enlightenment, there can be no end to the oceans of suffering in samsara. However, once you become a Sotapanna, you are able to dry up the oceans of suffering in samsara. However, meditator who strive hard to understand the Dhamma and follows the Buddha teaching with diligence, eventually can reach the Sotabati mega stage. Suffering is compared here to the ocean. Nobody can measure the water in the ocean as it is immeasurable. In the same way, suffering in samsara is immeasurable. But once you reach Sotabati Mega, you will suffer in samsara at most 7 lives. Sotabati Mega is said to dry up the oceans of suffering in samsara, and there are at most only 7 lives to go before reaching Nibbana. And another blessing is that Sotabati Mega close all doors to the 4 woeful states. You already know. Another blessing is that Sotabati Mega enables one to become the possessors of 7 noble treasures. The 7 noble treasures are Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Jaga, Pinya, Hiri, Uttapa. Saddha, faith. Sotabana is said to possess is Saddha, confidence or faith. And the next treasure is Sila. The Sila of Sotabana is very pure. And another treasure is Hiri Uttapa, more ashamed to do wrong or evil action, and more fear of the consequence of wrongdoing. The next treasure is knowledge, Sutta. Knowledge here means both knowledge through learning and knowledge through practice or experience. It's very good. Another treasure you will possess is Jaga, giving or generosity. Sotapannas are said to be very generous. That is because you have eradicated certain mental defilements. And the last treasure is Pinya or wisdom. Among the 8 factors of the path, the first factor is right understanding Pinya. With this Pinya, wisdom, you are able to eradicate the 3 factors altogether and also to abandon the power of certain mental defilements. So such wisdom or knowledge possessed by a Sotabana is regarded as a real treasure. Wisdom is treasure because it cannot be stolen. It is your own. It is not common to anybody else. The best treasure, the best of treasure, it can eradicate the mental defilements totally, and eradications of mental defilements means eradications of suffering. So you are not poor, you practice meditation to possess the 7 treasure. Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Jaga, Pinya, and Hiri Uttapa. So you practice meditation diligently, and you will continue your practice. And if you become a sadhana, you will possess these 7 noble treasures: Ariya Dana, Ariya properties, noble treasures. So in this retreat, you practice diligently, and if you not attain Satapana, you need to continue to practice to possess these 7 noble treasures. So we have to stop our discourse for today by practicing vipassana meditation, by developing each path, by developing sila, samadhi, prajna, morality, concentration, wisdom. May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.